All right, folks, welcome to another exciting episode of Shipwrecked with Pirate Stew.
And Princess Morgan.
Yay. So, we haven't even talked about what we're going to talk about this episode. Do we know?
We haven't. But I know what I want to talk about this episode.
Okay.
I want to talk about bears. Now, we talked about them a little before. I thought we talked... But since then, I have watched some really interesting movies. Shipwrecked, watching movies, but on bears. So, I watched this documentary on this called Grizzly Man about this guy who used to go and live with the bears, and then he got eaten by a bear, him and his girlfriend one summer.
Does this sound familiar? I keep telling you, you get out of a car to go pet a bear, it will eat you. Proof.
It was amazing. It was.
They show
really
him
cool.
being eaten by the bear? What do you mean it was amazing?
No, you don't get to see him, but
What was amazing? That he got eaten by a bear?
Well, the 13 years that he went and he stayed, his name was Timothy Treadwell. He was, had gone through some drug addiction and alcohol addiction, and he went one summer after realizing he was really making some mistakes. Went to Alaska, saw
got addicted
a bear,
by bears, or got addicted to bears,
and he really,
which eventually killed him also.
Well, yes, but you're not listening. But he he realized that his he found his purpose in life was to save these bears, and he would
by feeding them.
the summers. You are so bad. In this area in Alaska, where people would try to come and poach these bears, and by him being there, he saved these bears. And in the last year, this bear that had never been there before came, and he called him Surly, and he was a mean bear, and I don't know if that's the bear that ended up killing him or not, and it also killed his girlfriend who was with him. But there's also some other videos I've been watching about bears, and I think that I would really like to go and spend a summer living with the bears. I'm also watching the Big Bear Stakeout, only episode 1.
So you're saying you're suicidal?
No, I'm not suicidal. A lot of people do. Timothy Treadwell ended up dying.
Which should be a clue.
Instance. But there are a lot of people that have gone and stayed with the bears and lived with bears and did not die. Although we did watch this other documentary the other night about Rocky the bear, who is a celebrity bear. He was in a movie with Will Ferrell where they wrestled. I don't remember what the name of the movie was. And but Rocky, the owner of Rocky, had a cousin that wanted to wrestle the bear, and lots of people wrestled the bear. Just a couple weeks before, a girl had wrestled the bear, and she had the time of her life wrestling this bear. But the cousin ended up dying. But they did not put Rocky down because they deemed it an accident, because the cousin didn't do what Rocky expected him to do or something.
He tried to put him in a chokehold or like a figure 4 leg lock, and the bear didn't like it.
Definitely powerful. They're really amazing.
And they keep eating people.
Them.
The moral of every story you've just told me about bears is that eventually they will eat somebody.
But they don't always eat somebody. I mean, there are many people that go and they film bears and they photograph bears and they spend time getting to know how bears act, and they don't get killed.
Okay, so
you just have to be.
Every time I see a chicken egg, I don't eat it. I go to the grocery store, I pick up a whole carton of chicken eggs. I don't eat them. I take them home. I put them in the refrigerator. I don't eat them. Okay. But eventually, I'm eating that chicken egg. Okay? It's the same thing with bears.
Like apples
they don't
and
always eat the person because maybe they're just waiting for him to get tender or age or something like that, you know?
Or
they're just not hungry because they're full of berries.
So Carl and I, in May, we are going into the Smoky Mountains to
get killed by a bear.
Find bears.
Well, the Smoky Mountains, they have black bears. They're a little bit smaller.
Yes, they're smaller and they're not as aggressive.
A grizzly would just eat you.
But that's a misnomer. Grizzlies are not the most. If you go to Alaska, you would rather come across a grizzly bear than a brown bear, which really they're the same bear, but they just eat different things, so it gives them a different look.
one eats guys named Bob, and one eats guys named John.
I know. So grizzlies, I think we talked about this in the last episode, or not last episode, but episodes.
How
ago.
many? If we do this for like a number of years, how many episodes are we going to have that are going to be about bears?
A lot, because
A lot,
I
'cause you
really
like
love bears, and I find them really fascinating, and they're really cute, and
And they will eventually eat
I
you.
really want to hug one.
Yeah. So they have these people called furries. Well, they dress up like animals. You could probably get one of those guys to hug you.
They have people that dress up like animals?
Yes, they're called furries. They dress up like dogs and foxes and bears and whatever else.
I mean, do they look really like...
Well, yeah, sometimes they get these whole suits. I mean, they look like McGruff the dog. Okay, I mean, they don't look exactly like
that.
like you'd be like, oh my goodness, look at that bear or that dog, and you'd be fooled. But so they look like a mascot kind of thing. But yeah.
That's weird. So I want to be a photographer.
So you could hire one of those people to pretend to be your pet bear or something. And like you versus going to getting the actual bear that would like eat you.
No. So if I could just do anything I wanted, and I didn't have my family is not into what I'm into, so if I didn't have them
being eaten by bears,
I would go and I would live in the
wilderness,
bear forest up in Canada,
the bear forest,
away from everybody, and I would photograph bears.
Well, now photographing them, they have like some long distance lens stuff.
You want to get as close as possible.
Want to like give the bear a birthday card from the last episode and like take pictures of him blowing out his birthday cake candles.
That would be really cool.
You want to get up close, personal with the bear.
There are YouTube videos of bears eating birthday cake.
Well, yeah, bears would. Yeah, they eat everything, including people. We've already discussed that.
They wouldn't eat me. I just don't think so. But I will probably never get. I mean, I'll never get the chance to live in the.
This is, to me, this is the same category of the people that thought the Hale Bopp comet was coming to pick them up and take them to another planet.
What?
The comet won't kill me. It will love me.
He's calling me crazy.
Yes.
I'm not crazy. I like bears. I
think that's a Tom T. Hall song.
I want to.
I like bears.
It is. I want to watch them and watch their I do. I watch the videos all
Does your husband think you're crazy?
Well, yeah, but not just because I like bears.
Does he think you're crazy about wanting to be eaten by a bear eventually?
No. Oh, so I did tell him, and several people think this is crazy. Like, I was thinking that when I die, like my body could like be given to bears to eat, and then I would be like part of a bear. I thought that was really cool, but I guess that's
so. You don't want to be cremated. You want to be like baited out for bear bait.
Yes. But I think that somebody told me that that's like illegal, and
I would think
my husband gave me a "you're crazy."
Training bears to eat humans would be like not a good thing. Yes.
But yeah, so I don't think that'll get to happen. But it would be cool because then like you come back kind of.
We've been on the island too long. You've officially gone crazy.
Didn't take very long, did it? Bye.
That was awesome. I want to be fed to bears.
I do. I think it'd be cool. I mean, like people are becoming pod trees now and stuff, and
I'm with you.